Good morning. How are you?
Morning. I'm good, Andrew. How are you today?
I'm all right now. It's not a bad morning out there. It was obviously raining earlier, and I think we're due a few showers again in the next couple of hours. But I think it dies off after that, and it'll be mainly it'll be dull, all right, and cloudy, but there'll be some sun breakthrough. Certainly, it shouldn't be as wet as it was yesterday. I was in the office actually, Elaine, yesterday. I think I was just after texting you, and Joe from Sport came in, and we were just chatting. And the next thing he was like, "What is that noise?" And we looked out, and the hailstone. It was just like somebody was standing on the roof, just like firing it off.
Yeah.
It's just crazy
Mad.
yesterday. Yeah, so but it shouldn't be like that today. It should be a little bit nicer, so hopefully. But temperature's up around 10 or 11 degrees.
Okay, right. Top trends. We'll get onto those in a few moments. But a lot of the things that are the top trends today, Andrew, are also on the front pages of the papers, including this very sad story which broke yesterday afternoon about football hero Alan McLaughlin sadly passing away at the age of just 54. He had cancer for a number of years. And Ireland's footballing community in mourning last night, says the Irish Sun today. Yanks for the memories. We loved Alan McLaughlin, dearly loved him in the 90s. I certainly did. It was his goal in 1993 that got us to the 94 World Cup. Wonderful night in Windsor Park in November of 93. And that stunning goal he scored as well. So hero Alan dies at 54 is the headline. And a picture of him in his playing career and then in more recent times. Still very much involved in football, and he was capped 42 times for Ireland. Lots of tributes coming in for Alan, and that's in the front page of the Irish Sun. Love is no more. Oh, did you see this yesterday? Like Maura Higgins and what's his name? Chris Taylor, who I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know who Chris Taylor was. Never heard of the chap until about 6 weeks ago when I heard that she had a boyfriend. And now they have split up, and it is, I mean, it's up there with somebody who was married for 20 or 30 years announcing that they've split up. An outpouring of grief online yesterday that Maura Higgins and her very new boyfriend have split up. Did they get together in the new year?
Yeah, I think they were together just before Christmas, but it wasn't. It definitely wasn't kind of like it wasn't a year ago. Let's put it that way. It's a recent romance. It's a recent romance. Yeah.
Oh my God. And City of Delights, Man City 2, PSG 0. That's how it finished up in the Champions League semi-final, with City going through 4-1 on aggregate there, Andrew.
I actually followed him before sorry, I don't follow her on Instagram. I follow him actually. He's quite funny.
Wait, who is he?
He was in Love Island as well, you see.
All right.
At the same time as her.
Yeah.
So they never got together in Love Island. It was only afterwards. I think actually what happened was, and again I'm open to corrections, I think she moved to London after the success of the show, and she moved in with him and another lad from Love Island, and they were housemates, and then obviously they became closer after that. But he's very funny. But yeah, I totally agree with you. The overreaction to this, it's like, Jesus, lads, relax.
But her statement prompted said overreaction too by releasing this massive statement like that. You know, there are people who have been married for decades who do release a statement, say they broke up, and it's a sentence or two, and hers was an essay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's just I was like, oh my God, who's this? Oh, what? Who? What? Who? Like,
Yeah,
I read the first couple of lines without knowing who it was about.
Can you just respect my privacy, please? But here's a big long message anyway.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. The Examiner this morning has an awful photograph on the front page there. Metro collapse, an aerial view of the subway cars dangling at an angle from a collapsed elevated section of the metro in Mexico City. Awful. It's killed at least 23 people there, and injuring at least 79, according to the front page of the paper this morning. Wasted lives of 1,300 in nursing homes, hundreds confined due to systemic issues, says Ombudsman, as more than 1,300 people under 65 are living wasted lives in nursing homes that are inappropriate for their needs, a damning new report has revealed. And Pfizer deal will ensure future vaccine supplies. Ireland will receive at least 9.8 million vaccines in 2022 and 2023 under a deal struck with between Pfizer and the EU. That's on the front page there as well this morning. And just very quickly, I wanted to show you, I'll just take off the headlines there, the front page. That's a picture there of Kyle Lucid. He's a Tralee Parnell's player, my own hurling club. Pictured in Carsley yesterday as they were all back training, the underage and so on. Kyle was there with the underage, and Dominic Walsh took that photograph, but he's surrounded there by all the equipment and the hurleys and the slitters and everything else. So cool photograph there on the back page of the Examiner this morning as well.
Yeah, I passed the pitch actually when the training was going on, and it's great to see the kids back training again. Fantastic stuff. 2025 before the housing target is hit is a headline in the Irish Daily Mail today. The government won't hit their home building target until at least that year, meaning tens of thousands of people will remain locked out of the housing market for years to come. Now, yesterday, obviously, the huge announcement about the government's affordable housing bill, and just people holding their sides with laughter when they read the detail on the affordable housing bill. There obviously had to be a cap set on the upper limit cost of a house in the affordable housing scheme. 450 grand is the upper limit of the affordable housing scheme for Dublin, and a cap as well of €350,000 in Limerick City for an affordable house. I think people thought this was going to be an affordable housing bill. They were thinking more the kind of houses that people on an average industrial wage could afford, but not so, it would appear. But that's in the front page of the Irish Daily Mail, and a very bitchy headline too. Privacy-loving Meghan writes children's book inspired by Harry's bond with Archie. So Meghan has written, what's her name? Meghan Markle has written a book, and they're having a bit of a laugh about it there in the Irish Daily Mail front page. And yes, grey hair does make you look old. Oh no. This woman, right, she had ditched the dye. So during lockdown, obviously, everybody's grey roots started to appear. And some people just went, I'm just going to go grey now, I think. And I think that's kind of cool. But this person, do you know who she is, by the way?
I have no idea. Should I know who she is?
That lady, I don't know. She says, I went grey and it does actually make me look old. So she's admitting to that. So that's on the front page of the Daily Mail as well this morning.
I was laughing there, the affordable housing bill, as you mentioned there, the houses aren't affordable. That's the irony of it, isn't it? Yeah, gas like. And the Irish Times kind of has the same story then. Shared equity scheme will drive up house prices, says opposition. Houses subject to price cap of $500,000 in Dublin, 450 in Dún Laoghaire, and so on, like you just mentioned there, Elaine. I think down as far as 350 in Limerick. And tiny prison notes by Bobby Sands and Jerry Adams have emerged here in Kerry. Some of the letters give insights into prisoners' thinking as the hunger strikes loomed. And these handwriters in particular, one of which was found, it's after being released to the Irish Times, ahead of Bobby Sands, who died 40 years ago today, I think, is it? Is it today? Or
I don't know.
Geez, that's completely messed up in the dates, I know. But anyway, it's in the Examiner this morning that the letters were found here in Kerry. There's letters by both Bobby Sands, Jerry Adams is also mentioned, and this is when they were prisoners in Armagh, including Mairead Farrell as well, who was shot dead by British Army in Gibraltar in March 1988. Those are, there's little pictures of them as well in the Irish Times as well today.
Now, some of the top trends that we're waking to today, we mentioned it on the front page already today. Alan McLaughlin trending, died at the age of 54 yesterday. Lots of tributes to him, including people involved with former clubs, most notably, I suppose, Portsmouth and Swindon Town. So a lot of people paying tribute to Alan. And another top trend today, Andrew, is the Man City PSG match last night. We mentioned that as well a few moments ago, with City through to the Champions League final. Beating PSG 2-0 last night. So a lot of people chatting about that as well.
Also trending this morning is tonight on Virgin Media TV. They kind of spoke about the crisis in Donegal with the rising cases of COVID, and they spoke about that affordable housing bill as well. And Not a Penny More is also trending. So you saw the crack with the Man United fans in Old Trafford breaking in last week and protesting against the Glazers and the owners. Well, last night there was a letter written by submitted by the Fans Trust that says that they will no longer pledge any money towards merchandise or tickets or any Manchester United bits as another protest to the Glazers. So fan power is kind of well and truly alive. As for whether or not, by the way, this makes any difference and the Glazers end up going, okay, we'll sell, I don't think so, but time will tell. But that's also trending this morning. You mentioned Alan McLaughlin there. Also trending, by the way, were USA 94 and Windsor Park. They were obviously all trending yesterday. And I just put up the picture there again. I loved this jersey, that white one. Mm-hmm. Just when you see the pictures of it there, I did love that, because you and I have spoken with this in the past, Elaine. We've had a history of some shocking jerseys for Ireland. They just look ugly, a lot of them. But I did like that one from the early 90s. But very sad about Alan McLaughlin. And as you rightly so said, Elaine, lots of lovely tributes to him online as well. Yep. Come here, speaking of soccer, actually, Harry Redknapp is about to make an appearance in EastEnders. I was reading that this morning. It's to do with the Euros. So obviously with the Euros being on in parts of England this summer. So I don't know when, but just anyone who watches EastEnders, keep an eye out, because Harry Redknapp is due to pop up there at some point. after filming his cameo bit to do with the Euros in EastEnders. So you can only imagine what'll be going on there, I'd say.
Love
he's good
it.
crack. Yeah, he's good crack.
Yeah, love.
But yeah.
He's got just the best voice, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does, yeah. Oh, yeah,
And listen, I haven't chatted about this with you yet on air, but fantastic news that Radio Bingo is coming back as well. So if we haven't told you about that, or if you haven't heard about that yet, we'll give you details on that on the show as well today. The last Radio Bingo game on our show was in 2017, Andrew, so it's quite a while ago. So how are you with the ball calling?
Oh, I've passed the buck. It's your turn. No, it'll be fine. We'll have to get into the swing of it again, but I'd say that there's a lot of people excited about that coming back, and the prizes are quite good. So I think we're starting off with a 10 grand jackpot. So how bad?
Yeah, we are. So I think under normal circumstances, we would start at 3 grand, but since it's the first of the jackpots, we're going to kick things off with €10,000. So details on the show today, a €400 daily prize as well. We're looking forward to Bingo being back on the show. But as I said, full details to that coming up a little bit later on. And we're also going to be talking about something you've probably been hearing about as well on Radio Kerry, about the big invite and us getting out and about and showing off how wonderful Kerry is. And we'll give you details on how you can get involved in that as well on the show a little bit later on.
Yeah, that's coming up in just a few minutes' time. We're live on the radio in about a minute and a half. So enjoy your Wednesday, and we'll talk to you in a few minutes. Good luck.
Talk to you soon, guys.